from West Africa.
Good morning, Belize and the world. Welcome to Friday's edition of Fus Ting Da Mawnin, live from Studio 2 Wave 105.9, your most trusted name in information, education, and entertainment. Alfonso Noble, Joe Bradley, we're sitting in Studio 2, operating from the foothills of the Bell China Bridge right here in Belize City, Friday, the 2nd day of May 2025. My brother, good morning.
Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, television coverage provided by Wave Television. You can also find us using the Wave Radio Belize app, which you can download on your Apple and Android devices. Wave Radio and Wave TV is live every day on our Facebook page, Wave Radio and Wave TV. Find us, like the page, and tune in every day. Wave Radio is streaming on Twitch TV at Wave Radio BZ. Yeah, and we're also on YouTube at Wave Radio, right? Or Fus Ting Da Mawnin. Again, let me correct that. We're on YouTube on Fus Ting Da Mawnin. Yeah. It's Friday, the 2nd day of May 2025. We'll take a look at the weather for today. The information is at 6 this morning. The general situation, generally fair weather, continues. The 24 forecast for Belize and its coastal waters, sunny with a few cloudy spells today and clear to partly cloudy tonight. Shower activity will be isolated. The winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots. The sea state will be like chop to choppy. The wave height 2 to 5 feet. Sorry. The outlook, generally fair conditions with only isolated showers, if any, are expected for Saturday and Saturday night. The temperatures, the highs today along the coast, 87 degrees, inland 94 degrees, in the hills 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The lows tonight along the coast 80 degrees, inland 70 degrees, and the hills 65 degrees Fahrenheit. The tides. A low tide will occur this morning at 37 minutes after 9, followed by another low tide tonight at 58 minutes after 8. A high tide will occur this afternoon at 59 minutes after midday, followed by another high tomorrow morning at 17 minutes after 3. The sun rose this morning at 13 minutes after 6 and will set this evening at 25 minutes after 5. The moon will rise this morning at 58 minutes after 9 and will set tonight at 39 minutes after 11. We want to say thanks to forecaster Crystal Rosales and the National Meteorological Services of Belize for providing us with today's weather information. Our numbers are 2025-360, 2025-361. You can call us and join in the conversation this morning right after the short commercial break.
Get ready for fantastic discounts from now through to September 30th. Venice is having store-wide discounts on tools, paints, appliances, plumbing and electrical products, lights and fans, household items, and much, much more. Visit a Venice store near you to enjoy fantastic discounts from now through to September 30th. Only at Venice. Quality and savings.
This Easter, experience the luxury of Sunset Curry. Take advantage of exclusive local rates and make unforgettable memories. WhatsApp us at 614-9857 or visit our website to book your stay today.
Aye. Alright.
Welcome back to Friday's edition of Fus Ting Da Mawnin, live from studio to Wave 105.9, your most trusted name in information, education, and entertainment. Yeah, my brother, it's a Friday morning. So what's happening, man? Well, it was quiet. It was quiet. You know. I decided, well, you know, Labor Day, your labor all the rest of the days. So I took the Labor Day and I rested. I rested, man. Yeah.
So what else is going on?
But I noticed that on Friday they had a
Friday?
sorry on
Wednesday.
Why? On Wednesday they had a number of things happened. It was the end of the first month of the financial year, and also noticed that we now have a new commissioner of police. The former commissioner Chester Williams has gone over to his new assignment as CEO in the Ministry of Transport. I would just want to wish them well. I want to wish Chester well, and because I know also that traffic, the transport department is in dire need of major changes. And I want to wish Dr. Rosado, as he takes over the reins of the Commissioner of Police, I want to wish him well. Okay? And then they had the Civil Aviation had a meeting. The Prime Minister, who is the minister responsible for civil aviation, wasn't at the meeting. However, his CEO presided over the meeting, and there were a number of changes that they will be putting in place. And when you listen to and you read about the changes, I think there are changes that should have been in place long ago. However, they will put them in place. But they noticed that it ended whereby they were saying that quite likely the rates next year will probably have to increase because of additional security measures. So I wish that works well, and I'm hoping that will help. Then also on Wednesday, right, the teachers had their consultation, and I'm not certain what was the outcome, but I know they had a number of choices that they were making, whether we sit down or come out and strike or whatever, but they will decide. And I'm certain. I drove around a few schools. I saw a few teachers sitting outside, and I believe that those teachers were sitting outside or sitting there taking care of those few children who went to school. And I want to commend them for that, Alfonso. Right? At least, we know we got a problem, but we also have responsibilities, right? And so I saw a number of teachers sitting in, not many, but sitting, taking care of kids who went to school. But the majority of teachers went to their consultation to make this decision, because I think this government, you need to get up and you need to stand up for what is yours. Okay?
So, yeah, like I said, Chester is out, Rosado is in.
Mm-hmm.
Rosado, apparently a more media moderate person, gave the hint that that there is a public relations officer for the police department, and that person can be tasked to do many things. Good, because boy, Chester, I'm tired with the news. Every minute he and the nonsense we talk. Anyway, thank God he gone. They're ushering in a new era in the police department. Hopefully, and I'm very much I'm very much optimistic that it is going to be a better era than was under Williams's tenure. I really am. Rosado's style of leadership is completely different
Yeah.
to
It's
Chester.
more inclusive.
Yeah, and Chester is about a one-man show. He need for do this, he need for do yeah, he need for the. They're not so that work. I mean, leadership is about the ability to delegate responsibilities and allow people to grow within their fields. Chester and that one-man army and whatever. Anyway, Chester, the whole history. So, welcome. The new commissioner, Mr. Rosado. I pray that he does better than his predecessor. I really do. The crime situation is out of whack, out of control. All manner of things happening in this country, from hijacking to murders to advantage or taking advantage of children to coca now being planted in this country. So there are lot of things on Mr. Rosado's plate. I wish him the best, and I'm sure that he will be able to deliver more so than his predecessor. To the teachers, so they had their meeting. They had their meeting on Wednesday, and there was a specific what you will a ballot, and this is what the ballot said. Number one, the demands. Number one, 8.5 salary adjustment for public officers, teachers, and pensioners. So they want to increase. Increase of minimum wage to $6. That's number two. 3. Produce circular for payment of transfer grant of $1,500. This can be retroactive. 4. Negotiated benefits to be given to union members first. 5. Urgent response to the collective bargaining agreement framework that was submitted in November 2024. And then phase 1. This is how they will have it in phases. Phase 1, 2, and phase 3. In phase 1, if demands are not met, please indicate the option you want the union to take. Please select one, only one. Please select only one. So the first option is to go slow. The second option is to stick out. And the third option is a demonstration. That's if the demands are not met. Phase 2. If demands are not met after phase 1, please indicate the option you want the union to take. Please select only one. The action to be taken in the first instance could be demonstration. They could have a rally or a massive 2-day shutdown. And then phase 3. If demands are not met after phase 2, please indicate the option you want the union to take. Please select one, only one. The actions proposed are demonstration, rally, strike, or massive 2-day shutdown. So this is a three phase course of action that they asked the teachers to vote on, and I am not. What I do know is that they have said that they will take industrial action, so that they will not sit idly by. So they have the entire country, teachers across the country, they have voted. Of course, they will be taking industrial action. So that's a given. So because the nature of the
demands.
The nature of the demands was such that it included industrial action.
Okay.
So in phase 1, in phase 1 it'll be either go slow or stick out or a demonstration, but they will do something. So we start right
Some
there.
action
So
will-
there was the voting. The response of the Ministry of Education. Show with the pictures and the teachers there. The response to the voting. I think I heard Rekenia say that, oh, we have been talking to them
Wow.
and this, that. If I'm not mistaken, this may be Dangriga. These are teachers in Dangriga, but I could be wrong. This could be ecumenical, possibly, yeah. But do something, they want to do something, and now because they have dragged their feet on the teachers so much, the government, I mean, their demands have increased. Their demands have gotten more. They have compounded. So it is now an 8.5% increase, salary increase, and they have also requested for the minimum wage to go up to $6. So that's why that's what happens when you drag your feet on unions or on the public. The story, they can't get in the story no more. They can't get in the run around. They can't get in the run around, and they have to now contend with the green machine.
Yeah.
The government, that is, no, they have to contend with the green machine and try to placate the teachers. And it, by all appearances, by what we know of the voting, everybody voted. Everybody voted. So this is something that the membership had been agitating for a long time. But the leadership somehow managed to suppress their calls because they never want to go into warrior mode.
Negotiation.
So now the full-on warrior mode.
Yeah.
So all the delay tactics by both the leadership as well as the government has come to nothing because they are now faced with having to deal with more than one demand by the teachers. Here's where we are.
And the teachers' actions now are more swift. They never got through no phase. I mean, it's reached a point where part listen to me. Let's do or die. And that I would buy. That's when you drag your foot on the issues.
Well, what you need to put, what
Where
you need to do.
Yep. I heard last. Well, I shouldn't say last week. I heard earlier in the week where I think it was Henry Charles who said that before this could be considered, they have to go through one thorough study. Man, should be going through that study long time because
But
these demands were being made long ago. You know what I mean?
What the demands were simply giveaway increment. Long time ago, the teachers were saying giveaway increment the way what were due as per the normal course of things. Had they been doing that, they wouldn't have been found in this situation. They would not have been found in this situation. So this is where they are. This is what the government have to contend with, and this is now the teachers. The more tame union, if I want to say, the public service union, well, they just now want to ride bandwagon.
Yeah, right. The teachers.
Yeah, so the teachers are the ones who are calling the swing. They're calling it, and they are the ones who will now determine what will happen if they will continue to pressure the government or whether they want, don't know. But it's coming to a head, and it's something that could have been prevented had the government heeded to the calls of the teachers. And this is as a result of the fact that they don't want to get the teachers their salary, they don't even want to talk to them, they don't want to tell them nothing. But the CEOs and the cabinet secretary give themselves a handsome raise.
Yes.
With no regard. with absolutely no regard.
Despite that, you know, when we look on a salary increase for the CEOs and the cabinet secretary, despite the fact that the financial secretary issued instructions with a circular he sent out as to what should happen, no additional expenses, this that, but they went ahead and they granted themselves an increase by but we'll see. But didn't they I think earlier when the unions informed the government of their intention, asking permission for the Wednesday meeting, didn't the government threaten and said that if the teachers attend the meeting, if they are not in classes, their salary will be cut.
They're not paying, eh?
They're not paid them for that day. Well, you see, the majority of teachers decided, well, here better we lose on their pay than to lose with demands.
But what also needs to be remembered, what we need to remember is the fact that there is what they call a strike fund. When teachers take action for their personal benefit, they can ask the union to pay them for the day,
yeah.
because that's why they pay their dues.
Yep.
That is why they pay their dues. This is not a situation where they don't got no recourse and they want they don't on the ground like hobo, like they don't get paid. This is a situation where the union can take care of them. Anyway, it's 7:30. We need to take our Grace coffee break. Our BL break, and we'll be right back.
Smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
Evening, everybody. No one, no two, but 3 fan on, TV, and all the lights. Hey!
Small changes, like turning off lights and appliances when leaving the room, can make a big difference in your energy usage. Talk to your family about energy management today. Do a little, conserve a lot. Need help? The BEL 24/7 app has tools to get you on the right track. Download today and let's talk energy management.
Yeah, we're back, my brother.
So that's what's gonna happen now, boy.
You know, the teachers have given the management instructions now. This is how we're going. And so now management has to put those now in place now, because you know you have to give notice of industrial action, what kind of action you are taking. So that now should now go in place, and we could look forward to either a negotiation with the teachers, you know, working out the thing, or the teachers go on strike. But these sort of thing happen when you kind of close your ears and you don't give a damn to what people demand. I mean, I am telling you, my brother, teachers are no different than other Belizeans out there who they go on job, yes, but then the salary from the job can no longer assist them to live comfortable. And you know, see, no teacher, they live no elaborate life, you know. Teachers live one ordinary life. You see some teachers, they go through, they pass the kid, they go in a school, they walk. Ordinary life, you don't see no teacher living and no
high life.
High life. So the teachers, and then while the government, and the teachers, like I said, are no different than the Belizeans. While the government, they talk, then they feel.
And the unfairness of it, Joe, is that teachers put in a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
You say, what level of work the CEOs then put in? Can you actually see? Do they have deliverables? No, them man just go take up office and not do nothing. They don't do nothing in a like I think it was a PSU president who pointed out that these people cannot survive in the private sector.
No.
These people can't get no job, no high paying job like that in the private sector. There are no people were like exceedingly brilliant that make life changing changes to the way government is functioning. As a matter of fact, they are just a greater weight
On the people?
on the people and the taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
Then there's a burden.
Yeah.
The public service can function without CEOs. I really believe that there are eminently qualified public officers, and that's why they change from permanent
Yes.
secretaries to CEOs. I think was an ill-advised one. I really believe
I
that.
think so too, because
If you have policies that you want to implement, all you had to do in the past was to communicate that to the permanent secretary, and they would get it done.
and this permanent secretary who was very, very much knowledgeable of the
system.
situation and the system, how it worked.
And what programs they had in the past, and how they can follow through from the last gorong or whatever. Do you understand? They're not like the public the CEOs are eminently qualified. And I repeat, the president of the union is perfectly in order when he says that these people cannot survive anywhere else in the private
sector.
system.
Them good old days when you had permanent secretary, these were persons who came up from the bottom, and that's why a couple years ago, Belizeans could have made and a lot of Belizeans made the public service a career, because you start and you move right up. There's a possibility of moving right up
To become a PS.
And you come and you reach the PS, and you knew all the functions of government. You knew the financial orders. You knew about the audit act. You knew about everything, and so things were handled better. No, and not only the fact that we now change it from permanent secretary to CEOs, but the ease of how politicians can bring in people to serve in the public service makes the thing worse, because you find out now that rather than the public service being a professional service, it's a political service. There to serve politicians. You see recently, and I heard the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Tracy Tega-Pantan, spoke about it, the blatant illegalities in the electoral system. I mean, man, you see people who work in the system working for politicians too. So where my big question is, when will we get back to a public service that
A professional one that serves the public and not the politician.
Exactly, and that will take a lot of doing for that to happen. A lot of doing. See, like when they good old days with people with permanent secretary, and so you had people right there, and you know, boy, you know what happened. This is the next man in line. This is the next man in line. You got finance officer. You got, I mean, and they had different section, and the thing really worked well. But apparently, after independence, everything got haywire because oh well, are we in charge now? So we do it our way, and then all the time our way that the best way, you know. And that way they mess up the whole system right now, my brother. So the teachers had their meetings, they've made their decisions, and let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen.
With the final results as to what course of action they will be taking I have not seen it, so I don't know what necessarily they will be doing in terms of, because there were options and they voted, so they would have tabulated all of those to see where they go. No? But I am not privy to it. I'm sure that it is.
I guess later on you know they'll give you some numbers and they'll be also able to give you the amount of teachers that participated in the voting. And I think you could have voted online too.
I'm not aware of that.
Okay, no, I'm just asking. Okay, but you will be able to get the amount of teachers who attended across the country, and you will be able to get the amount of how teachers voted. So hopefully by the end of the day, that will be
clarified, yeah.
And then you can see. But definitely the teachers had an option, and the information we received that teachers moved to industrial action, right? Where they do, and so that. But this
somebody say correcting. If they may give the teachers when they due, this never may what happen. All they do the full packet, and that is true.
Yes.
Had they taken care of the teachers from the beginning, they may not find themselves in this situation, but they worry about themselves and only about themselves.
That when you got people where they run the thing, we only think about themselves. We're selfish. They're selfish.
Yeah, so Oton sent me the thing. Sorry, and I never. I missed this press release. It's saying. No date on it, but I guess good evening BNTU members. We sincerely thank each BNTU member who participated in today's election. Your active involvement and willingness to speak through your vote reflect your dedication to the future direction of our union and the changes you wish to see. More than 2,500 members cast their votes countrywide, a powerful display of unity, participation, and commitment to democratic principles. The voting results are as follows: categories: industrial action. Phase 1, they have a demonstration. Phase 2, a 2-day national shutdown. And phase 3, strike. That is how they voted.
Okay.
As we move ahead,
over 2,500 teachers.
As we move ahead, let us remain united in purpose, working together to strengthen our union and continue advocating for the rights, dignity, and professional growth of our teachers and the students we serve. Together, we are building a stronger BNTU and a better Belize. Warm regards, Nadia Callis, President. I had seen this, I just completely forgot. Yeah, so the first phase is a demonstration, then a 2-day national shutdown, and then a strike.
Okay.
In that order.
Okay, well, we say hopefully today, but the results are out already.
Yeah, no, there's from the day, from Wednesday, that I saw that release and I didn't remember. Thanks, Oton.
There were too many things to think about on Wednesday.
Try rest that I'm thinking about.
So up to the Guardian, man.
Why there are things that are happening in the UDP that I'd best not discuss publicly.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's affecting the way we are functioning. At least I am functioning.
Well, how we function? Well, yeah, how we function up here too. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but that's how it works. The Guardian will not be out until later today. like I said, operationally, they are doing things. There is one individual who's doing something operationally here that is interrupting how I do my work. And the sadness about it is that that person doesn't even have a right to be doing what he's doing. So, Micah just left it at that. Because I will say things that others will think I ought to be ought to not disclose.
In the interest of working together and strengthening, I think it's best not to mention certain things, because I got my own peeve too. But we want the United Democratic Party to be strong, and the United Democratic Party forever. Carla, good morning. You're live.
Good morning, Uncle Joe. Good morning, Brother Fonso.
Yes, sir.
Brother.
I have we can function of people come out and all kind of thing. I said, well, tomorrow to Friday. It's just that. But my understanding is that I understand that they're not giving you pay for a wave. They're not giving you pay for a wave when you are Uncle Joe, Brother Fonso. But the man said, no, check for you. Now imagine one man when I have nothing to do with the party anymore. They play people that say, oh, we shall say this, that. And the man still stop for people getting their salary or something that they were there. At this moment, man, they remove people computer from the office. We need to report a charge for theft. They remove people computer from the office and all kind of thing. I don't want from some working at the office for doing guardian and one whole pile of simpleness where they man, where people in the practice and stuff, where they place and stuff. But you know what, one good thing we make a feel, and thank God that the Honorable Chase the leader of the UDP and the leader of the opposition in the House, she and her team, because I know Madam Tracy and her team is about in this constituency from Corozal to Toledo. Every single day, every single weekend, they move them and something also. I think also during the week, no? The party put to a petition to convene a meeting of the National Party Council, because while the party they try to do the thing to make it life much easier, just call a National Party Council, people within the party apparently practice crazy. I know they think so. You know the party, you know, and in pursuant to Article 7.6 of the UDP Constitution, right? Then Wednesday, the 25th, the Secretary General and all members of the National Party Council put out a thing. It's a really understand members of the National Party Council, NPC of the United Democratic Party, acting in accordance with the powers granted to us under Article 7.6 of the UDP Constitution, do hereby petition for a meeting of the National Party Council to be convened. Now remember how this thing goes. The purpose of the meeting will be as follows: to appoint an interim chairperson to fill the vacancies created by the resignation of the chairman of the former chairperson, pursuant to Article 10.7 of the UDP Constitution. 2, to consider and approve the formal call for an extraordinary sitting of the National Convention, pursuant to Article 6.6. Then 3, to address any other urgent matters relevant to the order, governance, and renewal of the party. Now, how you go about doing this now? This means either the party, either the chairman, the chairperson, call the meeting, call an NPC meeting, or you're then by petition of 1/4 of all National Party Council members. So, Madam Tracy and her team are going around in these constituencies, visiting the people, and is setting and is getting the signatures of these candidates, their secretary, their caretakers, mayors, councillors, and thing and so. for a meeting to be set on the 17th of May, not too far away, about 2 weeks from now. Yes, they have this meeting. The meeting was the venue for the meeting was BITV. You have been time will be 10 o'clock, and from there, there will be certain things on the agenda. And one of the things on the agenda is to set one date for the national convention, which will be more or less within 35 days of the said meeting, no? And we move this party forward and once and for all take control of what the party need to take control. I move this party going forward without any problem or confusion or thing also. So there will be a meeting set by Madam Tracy and her team. I believe that all candidates and their representative, which is the chairman and the secretary, has agreed that the means, because if you're trying to do the thing proper and you're trying to go to who claims they are in charge and they refuse, they don't set a date for us. Convention where Ms. Tracy and the team decide that we cannot wait no longer. The party is going into the wrong direction and that will happen. And so my problem is this: how can you have someone who is going around? Then they put out one thing about Labour Day thing, and the leader of the UDP, Bridge people on it, you are the claim leader of UDP, you can even get 330 votes in our general election, and you are the leader of the opposition at the time. Leader of the opposition, and you can even get 300 and people get 3 change also, but they get more than he. And he is the leader in our mess up in our UDP constituency, and you are the leader of the opposition. You claim you can even get 330, but I think in a polling area back, and you get about 52 votes. 52, that because some people gonna make mistakes and they're not really sure which one are the right way. But you get 52 anyway, whether it's a mistake or no mistake. And then they undermine people work harder, people can't get their check. Set up people around the place, and so they think they're unfair to people. When you can't have people that work, we are just like the PUP, right? Just like the PUP, you need to think about a chance for people. And nobody want to sit back and allow you for the chance, nobody shine. Nobody want to allow you to sit there, the chance people. You don't got no say in the UDP building. You don't control the UDP building. You resign already. And then you play crazy. Oh, I had to come back. Oh, and me. Nobody resign and they come back and say, oh, I don't resign again. I change my man because the people, we don't need to tell the beliefs and people, you know, they try to show our NPC and nobody they entertain you. Nobody they entertain you. But the petition thing is going good. We are already gathered the number. They have they convene the NPC, which will be the 17th of May, and on that day we are going to set a date for the national convention. And after the national convention, sir, I want to make it vernacularly clear to you. Don't report back to that building, because we will take over our building. We are going to move this party forward, and we are going to do what the people of Belize want us to do, and that is to defend their rights by one administration which will take advantage of them. And we are prepared to join the teachers and the public officers and make the thing go the right way in this country.
You know, Yellow, one of the things I want to say, I heard the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Tracy Pantantega, mentioned it right out there at that meeting there on, when was it, Fonso? Tuesday? At the Biltmore, the press conference on Tuesday, that she will not allow herself and the United Democratic Party to get into this circus.
Yeah,
and I agree 100%. To see me, I write a Bex, you know, about here we happen. I will hold my peace.
I understand.
So make we get on.
Hold a piece after the chance to look for you and take you up a fool.
Yes.
Because
Another problem I got is they look for you and to pull up a fool, look up and attack. So every day, attack, the only that phone, so they must not ask me to wait, make me money.
For pay.
Like I just saw it. And I mean the man in charge and I make this company make money. Make leave money, they come in. I don't know millions of dollars they come in. That's some change they come in.
Yeah.
But there's some change where they make police the radio station, you run your copy or the light your internet and stuff. You copy your lead staff or so where you're going to stuff. When the break up, you can collect your fumblance. You can't even get your fumblance. Because one man, whether it's the port, one man.
Oh no, we're not getting into that, man. We're not going.
One man with the port, one man we get 315 votes, and they think that's up. Where the people are messed up, reject resoundingly. They take advantage of the two owners. They think they're unfair, bro. They think they're unfair. They talk shut up every time you car and the car run you long. I want deal with him every day until he's completely gone. But you know the star, but do something, find something for the one thing that you're not slow. If right, go study law, turn one attorney. And you could make money, not go piggyback for no payment for no UDP. You're not slow. One thing you're not slow at all. Say you could go study. You say you got millions of dollars. You saw them millions of dollars go study. You go beg the government for all the assistance, maybe you want a scholarship or something if you don't got the money. But left alone. Make the party breathe, make we go forward. You don't think people tell that you have me the car talk show and they run you and they talk about you, and you think people tell that they sing you call you, they holler about him as leader. Everybody, if you see the comment there past 7-5 I love with him. That's why I said sometimes I said to myself, he brave. Because if you watch that comment for 5-7 I love and the way how they people they beat in like wow bull. You ever even find 1, 2, 3 people where they defend him? Or you want to sit there? Can you read anything? You know, you read everything. You go out in and you go out. They make you reply. Because you don't reply, they reply. Because they walk in, so they really stop on the front. You go in and then they read them too. So you know good when the people say about that. Relax, my boy. So every day, I want that enough for the call for you. We just have to deal with the PUP. I make the PUP know where they go on. But you say that I real destruction we have for the call for you. Because you get up tomorrow morning, and you go in the building, and you control this, and this one car go in, and you take, I will take people come put out a building, and they put up stairs, and they carry things up, and they do a whole pile of nonsense. But no make absolutely no sense. I try to apologize to all the UDP brothers and sisters out there. When I say when I need for the car, the talk show, and the talk for this, I apologize to them. I understand this.
Okay.
But the truth is that we cannot sit back no man and allow it, man. And if we stay quiet, this man will continue upon this part, and this party will remain down because of it. He not likes it when the next Prime Minister, Madam Tracy, and her team is out there doing the work. And that when needs to get done there is a village council election. We imagine people to tell you, oh, I am this acting in charge because I don't know if it's about it, but the truth is that I apologize. Honestly, sincerely from my heart, apologize to those UDP that over kept on saying I got the same thing over and over. But the only way I think we could expose this man for who he is and what he's doing to the party is by calling the talk show. So because how could he look for funds so you Uncle Joe and say, oh, no, can't get on no money. I'm thinking of the week of Captain Mac and something like that.
Everybody work because they look forward to payday.
And the man doesn't work.
Yeah.
I think they're not fair to people, man. You can't do people that people can't entertain this man in their simpleness, man. like you, when it have to come to an end. I see the people that BNT put one crowd out there for so many people are being you and no joke, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The people at BNT, you serious. But this government did the next one too. I just said to the shiny people trying me. They don't listen to nobody. The government don't listen to nobody. The teachers, they tell them they want their money. The people need to pay rent or loan and also give the people a raise so people can live better. I said, people look at one of their things, they say they want 6% minimum wage too. That 5% to them right now,
No,
$5.
$5 $5 minimum wage.
I mean $5 minimum wage.
Yeah, then you see boy you get when you don't want to pay attention to what the people they want in for the first place.
Yeah.
So then God just get an ordinary increments to know the request for $6 minimum wage increase and what 8.5 increase today.
Overall, and now
Today.
and including pensioners too, or public officers.
Yeah, serious man. Well, the people deserve it, someone survive.
Anyway,
People deserve every single penny, and we must give the people what they deserve. The rest of the people they don't say what they want to do, they want strike, and they want strike, and they want strike, and they want strike, and they want this, and they want that also. And that's their right. If you don't want to listen, if you don't want to give yourself hefty money, they don't want to take hefty lick. So do what right and handle the people. The people work it well. Teachers, public officers, like all the policemen, all of them, and the BDF, all the coast guard. But you go up and water when it's cold. You go up and water when it's cold, and ministers doing on their house.
I have to the BDF have to paddle the BDF then we have to walk through them bush and so they sleep in that elite tent in that big rain fly they bite you. I tell you the BDF meet me there that they come right down here and say Mr. Bradley you know understand the problem there and the hardships we face for the outer to protect this country and then they don't pay attention to us.
They need to get the teachers, they get the police, they get the BDF coast guard, everybody, nurses, everybody need to get their money. The rest of the demonstrate, I want to demonstrate with the teachers there, I got to play.
Oh, okay, my buddy.
I'm charged, Joe, God, I'm going to come.
Yeah, man, take care.
It's 8 o'clock. We need to take our Grace coffee break. We'll do that and we'll be right back.
Grace, the name you can trust. 611, this is a whole boy.
Through to September 30th, Venice is having store-wide discounts on tools, paints, appliances, plumbing and electrical products, lights and fans, household items, and much, much more. Visit a Venice store near you to enjoy fantastic discounts from now through to September 30th, only at Venice. Quality and savings.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Your island escape is waiting. Book your stay at Bananas on the Beach and enjoy exclusive local specials this Easter. Call or WhatsApp us at 614-9857 or visit our website to book your stay today.
Evening, everybody. No one, no two, but three fanan, TV, and all the lights. Hey!
Small changes, like turning off lights and appliances when leaving the room, can make a big difference in your energy usage. Talk to your family about energy management today. Do a little, conserve a lot. Need help? The BEL 24/7 app has tools to get you on the right track. Download today and let's talk energy management.
Need to send payments to Belize? No long lines, no delays, no stress. With OneLink Mobile, sending payments to Belize is as easy as a tap. Convenient and secure. OneLink Mobile keeps you connected wherever you are. Send payments to Belize with just one link. Convenient and secure payments anytime, anywhere. Download our mobile app from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. OneLink Mobile. Welcome to the future of payments.
Catus Construction, Aggregates and Trucking, Sand and Gravel, Premium Black Soil, Crushed Stones, Washed White Sand, River Stones, Concrete Mix and much more. Catus Construction, Aggregates and Trucking has everything. Visit us at our new branch located at mile 5.5 George Price Highway, right across from Old Belize. You can pick up any material or get it delivered straight to your door. We deliver by the truckload, the cubic yard, and even by the sack. Call 611-6600. That's 611-6600. Catus Construction, Aggregates and Trucking.
Looking for great deals on electronics? Then stop in at VIP Wireless at number 14 Orange Street, Belize City. We have Fire Stick, Roku, and Comcast devices starting at only $79.99. We also carry smart television sets at unbeatable prices. Looking for name brand cell phones? We have them all at incredible prices. We also have power banks, wireless speakers, headphones, and much, much more. Visit us 14 Orange Street in Belize City or call 227-1431. VIP Wireless, connecting you to the world through technology.
Welcome back to Friday's edition of Fus Ting Da Mawnin, live from Studio 2 Wave 105.9, your most trusted name in information, education, and entertainment. Alfonso Noble, Joe Bradley. We're sitting in Studio 2, operating from the foothills of the Bell China Bridge right here in Belize City, Friday, the 2nd day of May, 2025. Yep. And Alfonso, we want to remind Belizeans out there of the play at the Bliss. Let's take this call, Edward. Carlo, good morning, you're live.
Good morning, Joe Fonso. Good morning.
Yes, man.
I just wanted to piggyback on what Gentleman had to say earlier. Now, Joe Fonso, I know you guys have to maintain a high level of decorum and professionalism, so I can't really say what I want to say. Unfortunately, we have people like Gentleman who is very, fearless of whatever repercussions are coming against him. Because the man is stand up and stand ground, and I'm proud of the man for that, no?
Mm-hmm.
I wish that, like I said, we don't have to hear with their telling him, but sometimes, you push come to shove, that is what has to be done. Because the people have to know where to go on. Because at the end of the day, you have to remember that we represent the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to try them not being out on time, that is not right. Because the people depend on information, and information is in the guardian, right? And so this fellow, the whole compound hostage, man, and that is not right. To me, that is tantamount to being a traitor to the party, right? I would go that far to see that. That is tantamount to being a traitor to the party, because if you are saying that you're acting in the best interest of the party, brother man, you are not showing it. And I'm hoping that the people of Belize, they realize that you know, they made the right decision when they voted for Tracy and the other four, right, on 12th of March. I hope they realize that they made the right decision. And it needs to continue now on to the village council election. I would love to see Brother Hugo and Brother Gira from West, Brother Hugo from up north. Hugo, the cane business, brother, that excuse can only go so long. Right? We need us to come out and we need us to stand up beside Tracy. Right? We need to stand up behind the party leader and give her your support. So not only by words but by action. Likewise from Mr. Gira. I mean, come on, if we say we galvanize, we got to galvanize and make ourselves a fighting force once again. Because, you know something, the UDP is not down. And we are not out. We just have to regroup and focus. Because the PUP, they do enough again, brother. The PUP, they do enough again to make we whoop them backside, you know. Because they want to get one beating, you know. But we just, the rebuilding process is what is kind of frustrating people, but it's a necessary evil that has to be done. And I'm hoping at the end of this year, we in a fighting form again and we carry on. Have a good Friday and weekend, brother, man.
Yeah, man, you too, buddy. You know, yeah. Yeah, I was saying this tomorrow at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts, the Methodist choir is presenting Desirous Requests. It's a play, and it starts at 7, and we want to encourage people to go out and support the Methodist choir. Okay? Yeah. But you know, we were trying to build, rebuild the party, but then you have other little parts where you have to deal with.
See,
anyway,
I will not proceed with that discussion. I'll say the two pictures there anymore. We turn ourselves into a circus.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody sent me some pictures of fire, bushfire, I guess it is. If not, it's near Santander on the George Price Highway, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a plume of smoke, and they're telling me that it's very difficult for drivers to see when they're actually passing through it, and it is dangerous. So asking people to drive with caution in that area. That's near Santander on the George Price Highway.
Okay.
So I don't know if it is a bushfire or if it is the cane fields that are being burnt, but it's bad in terms of visibility for drivers moving along the George Price Highway. Someone will put it up right now. But it's just some level of warning for people driving
exercise
on the road, no?
Caution, yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad. It's really bad. So exercise caution when driving on the road. Not certain if it is bushfire or if it is the cane fields that are being burnt. But either way, when you're driving through the smoke, visibility is it's about 10 feet, they tell me.
You need to put on your light. Getting through there, you know, exercise you can caution. Passing through this, I don't know, a thick plume for you. Your visibility is the visibility there is very low, so again, drivers driving on the George Price Highway right next to, as you approach Santander, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that area, just be careful, just look out for it, right? Slow down, because you don't want to have an accident there. Yeah. So yeah, my buddy. Next.
What with the unions with the unions, what was not said is when they intend to take their actions, when they intend to do the demonstration, huh?
Yeah.
So that's still up in the air.
Mm-hmm. But you know, there's a process where they have to do information that you know, and that kind of thing. Informing the government, their employers as to what action, what date. So all of that has to take place. So I think the management will work that out, and sometime soon.
Yeah.
We will hear the date and that kind of thing, and so parents could prepare and so.
Yeah. On another note, people had been asking about contributions to the United Democratic Party. There is an account. There is a UDP account now that has been set up, and it is at a Heritage Bank. Heritage Bank, and the account number is 9141554. I guess we can announce it for those people who want to assist the United Democratic Party and the organization in general. You can do so by making your deposits at Heritage Bank. 9141554. Again, Heritage Bank, 9141554. That's for the United Democratic Party, and by extension, this show and the operations of the UDP. No, Carl. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yeah, man.
I think, I believe that it's time for the leadership of the United Democratic Party to come to Toledo East. Toledo East has disappointed the leadership. Toledo East has disappointed die-hard UDPs in this district. And if we leave it as it is, there won't be any get put in the village council. Because, man, we are hearing the call for those who are in Toledo East to reach out to the village to have their candidates. Man, nobody to reach out to Toledo East. There is a need for some new life in Toledo East for individuals who have new vision, new mission, and purpose. So I am begging that the next visit of the contingent be in Toledo East. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, man.
I know the party leader had been to Toledo West and Dangriga. That is what the schedule was like. And then this weekend it will be in Corozal South West. They will be having meetings out there. So there is movement of the party to amalgamate, to get everybody on board, and for unity and for strength, and in particular for the upcoming village council elections. No?
And so we will get the information and inform the people of these scheduled meetings when it happens. So this weekend the party leader, the Honorable Tracy Tega Pantan, and the team will be in Corozal West, you said?
Southwest.
Sorry, Southwest, all right, Corozal Southwest.
Yeah, this weekend on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
Tomorrow, Corozal Southwest. Okay.
So for people, members of the party, come out and
come out and support, man.
Come out and air your concerns and let's get this party going.
Because only so we can move forward, you know. We need to listen to the people, and we need to work too. Because you know, politics, they're out in the field, on the ground. That's where it begins, at the foundation, out in the fields, on the ground. Yep. Yeah. So. Okay. I got it here. Our numbers are 2025-360, 2025-361. And again, we would just want to ask drivers to exercise due care and caution as you approach the Santander. I think from a distance you could see the plume of smoke. So when you see the plume of smoke, just slow down, put on your headlight, maybe your hazard lights as you move through. Slow down. Because it's dangerous. The vision there is impaired by this by this plume of smoke going across the road. All right? Yep.
What else was on the news on Wednesday?
Well, they had the meeting with the civil aviation. They
Oh,
had,
right.
And some
Right.
sweeping changes.
Where they drag their foot again for the thing. Yeah. These are concerns that are not new. The security concerns at the airports were raised to unprecedented levels after the 9/11 incident. And while some took heed, we just continue to be laid back and relaxed about it, despite the fact that people in this country had been warning about it, had been warning that there's need for increased security.
Yeah. Well, we had the hijacking, and despite the fact that the Honorable Francis Fonseca is saying that we are overreacting and it's only one incident. I mean, 15 people's lives were at risk. We thank God that only one person, the hijacker, lost his life. But it's something when you see happen once, it could happen.
It could have happened
again. And so let us hope that the new measures that they will implement will assist in making the travel, domestic travels in the country, domestic flights, more safe. Okay? Because and I was reading somewhere that the body of the hijacker is still here.
I see that the family members are doing a GoFund to try to get him back to the US.
Back home. I was reading somewhere he has a family of 4. Sad. So, but the measures I think will assist, and I think at the end the fares, the domestic fares will chances are will increase because of the new measures that will be in place, no? Metal detectors, you will have to pass through metal detectors, search of luggage. I think one of them saw that no firearm will be allowed on board, and I was reading whereby I think one problem they will have will purse if persons such personal purse. So. But that's a matter that.
But that's why they have scanners, Papa. They're implementing these changes to search people and what have you when you're entering, when I'm going into an airship. You have scanners. You have metal scanners those ones that you walk across, and then you have the ones where you put your luggage and just
pass through and then they go. Yep.
X-ray. Why they have to dig up in a people's purse? And so it's beyond me. When there is technology that allows for that not to happen. No. Your purse, you can't go in at the airport to put it through the
scanner. Yeah, you could see it. You remember too that if I'm not mistaken, 9/11 they used box cutters for hold up their plane. The 9/11 I remember box cutters. But anyway, but
those can be detected,
right?
With these scanners, and they're not elaborate pieces of devices. It's just they are just knee-jerk reaction where You say they want to start implement it, and then they want to stop because they say, oh, it's too expensive for the PNM people and what
then
have you,
people
and then
then-
they just go right back to what we made there before.
They don't know where
you
they are.
print from where they tell
They
you.
don't know where they are tell you. The passengers then they complain. But then you have to make passengers understand that these measures are for their safety.
You need to go to the airports on time, early enough for you to clear security. That's what have to happen. That is what has to happen. There's supposed to be one central location where air carriers go through. So it's kind of funneling, as I had pointed out earlier this week or maybe last week. You funnel people through this area, and once it's done past that, you can't come back.
You can't come back out there.
The way it is set up, the like on free for all. You could go and come from inside and outside the terminal. Anything could happen.
And when you're
And
ready,
this is exactly what happened with this fellow. There was no checks. There were no checks. The meeting will be at San Narciso Village, starting at 3 p.m.
Okay.
The leader of the opposition, Honorable Chase Panton in Corozal Southwest, invites you all. Hosted at the San Narciso Village on the 3rd of May 2025. So at Mr. Lanpat Residence. That's where it's gonna be.
Okay, and it's tomorrow at 3 p.m. San Narciso. It's a Landpat residence. Okay.
I'll be there. I have to support the party, boy.
But we have to support long time.
At this crucial juncture, all hands must be on deck to ensure that we get it right. Party comes first. United Democratic Party comes first over self-interests and things that only propel individuals. But the airport thing, they gave me no hope. They really didn't. They gave me no hope. What they said, first of all, as it relates to what happened, we already know. Already know where they hijacking it down, what have you. And the measures that are being put in place are cosmetic. Then they know stop one person who is intent on hijacking a plane. The measures are still too lax. Put in the metal detectors, man. The actual metal detectors, because even those scanners, those body scanners that officers use and what have you, they're not 100%.
So, sure.
Sure, they could miss. But when you got them metal, then they want to operate.
Sure.
Yeah, you catch it. Then you have the ones that slide.
You have, Fonso, when you go right there at the Eleanor Hall building, you know, when you go right there at the Eleanor Hall building, you have to go through scanner, then got one where you walk through, and you got one where you take out all your stuff, your even purse. And you
I know they
pass
have
that
it
through.
at Central Bank as well.
Yeah, right. And you have to stop when you're coming out. When you come out, you come through the left side. When you go in, you're going right through. There's a person right there at the counter. Your key, your phone, whatever, you take out, and that passes through the one metal detector right there, and you walk through one. When you walk through one, if one beep, the person stops you and so what?
Then they do an extra check.
Yes, and then they could quietly be your belt buckle or maybe something in your pocket. Right? Carla, good morning, you're live.
Joe from Somnia again. Yesterday, my sister-in-law flew from Dangiga to International Airport. I won't say which airline she flew. But she did check her purse. But when it was time to actually board the plane, there was one police officer, a male police officer, and they don't have any scanner, any wand. They call it the wand, no?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a wand to scan the body. So the police officer only pat down the male passengers, not the female passengers. And I was sitting there saying to myself, here we go again. Here we go again, because if they're not going to pat down females, who is to say that a female and a male are not on the same flight and the female will carry whatever she needs to carry for the male?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, this, with the try, so we're not knock it. We can't knock it because with the try. But we have to take not any loose ends to him, bro.
No, but it's good. It's good for you to mention that so you could bring it to their attention. You can't just scan down them. It's quite like you make them feel like the only men who hijack plane. You know what I mean? But anybody could.
That's why I tell you the what they are doing is purely cosmetics, and I don't believe that it has longevity. That sooner rather than later they must stop it, and that's it. And we go about with business, and that's at the end of that. It's supposed to be something that you do that has the kind of like infrastructural change.
Yep. Because even
as
the
opposed
building,
to just cosmetic changes.
because even the building, so because like you were saying, and I agree with you 100%. If you're going through the scanner, and the metal detector, everything, then where are you going? That's supposed to now funnel into a room where you can't come out, and you can't turn back. Unless you have to go through the same thing again, right? But the airport, these municipal airships, some of them are one small office.
Mm-hmm.
One small office. You go, you.
The Ranchito one, for example.
Yes.
It's straight from the little house where they're the little house, straight to the plane.
Yes.
There has to be the funnel.
Where you're going when you don't do your checking, you stay in at a room.
And
there,
like
you
I
can't
said,
go out.
I am certain that these things can be funded, for example, by Co-Cessna. I am certain that Co-Cessna would fund something like this.
Oh, sorry. And also I believe that there should be a time set for you have a flight to San Pedro flight, a domestic flight. You just can't go there 5 minutes, check in and bam and go. You have to be there, let's say, half an hour before. And so they want to check you. You're going in a room where you sit down. And you could be there now if half an hour before, and you as a passenger, or even the people in the place could look and say, "Boy, you see that one day, you see Joe there, they look jumpy, make we check on," because I am certain if that were the case, as it relates to this hijacking, that would have been picked up. Because you want to know that. Because now I notice on the news they even talk about no flight list. Right there, they'll be able to start preparing a no flight list. From if that person was there, if we had that in place and that person was there, somebody would have picked up that this man was not allowed to fly out of Belize, and they could have hold him right there and say, well, you can't fly on that, right? So that kind of thing, and that are the reason why you have time before. You check out somebody, they act differently, and so you know somebody they sweat. They're like the lady is saying that the lady who they interviewed who was on the flight is saying that she saw the man when she went to use the restroom. But when she came out, yes, and right, and even the persons from the laundromat here, when they show the man picture, the man not look from the man they appear to me, he appeared something. He had a strange behavior. you know. But if you were able to go in before, and everybody sitting you can't come out. That's it. And so, like you say, a lot of structural change will have to be done. You know, you see, like how you have even like the strip here in the Baribonia strip. Tropic has its own thing. Maya has its own thing. Maybe they have to look on it and do it the way they do it at the international, where everybody, you know, you go into one place. There's one holding room for all the airlines. So that will have to happen, my brother. If we are talking about security. Well, let's see how it let's see how it goes, and
And they keep downplaying the incident, you know.
Yeah.
They keep downplaying the incident to try like make we feel better. Oh, that's such a nice place, and that thing not happen like that.
And the tower was operating with the man. So I will tell you something.
Tower shouldn't operate with the man like none at all.
That pilot.
Single-handedly.
Yeah. Yes. And the man they tell her that his belief in God. And even he felt that you know that was his end. Kind of man tell her today a good day if he did. You know? And so all of that. So let's hope though. Let's hope that and the Belizean people, especially those persons who use the domestic flights, that you'll be able to look at it. Oh, and like the caller we just call. You do that, you complain. Maybe what we need for do, maybe we also they need for do fund, so they probably have to have some place where you could call and lodge your complaint, or maybe the same terminal there, you could probably go on box where you know questions or whatnot, and people deal with it. Kind of like the caller, they tell you, all right, they only check the man, they never check the female. They carry on, you know. So, yep. So that with that. Again, Fonso, we have to remind our listeners, our viewers, or the drivers using the George Price Highway, there's a thick plume of smoke by Santander. So when you see it, just slow down. It impairs the visibility. Okay, so just slow down, put on your light, maybe your hazard light, and just drive
go slow.
And go through it slow. Because you can't see what's coming on the other side. So
I wonder if the same thing they burn, they dump.
You think so, boy?
I know they dump the transfer station, which is now a dump. We don't hear nothing about that since now.
You know, yeah, I know.
Still haven't fixed the problem. Garbage still not a move to time.
There was somebody who gave. Well, I heard somebody in charge of the sanitary the operation was saying that apparently somebody was seen coming out of the bushes, and the bushes caught fire, and the bushes and it ran up in Benke. I heard somebody on the news recently talking about that, and it caught up to the garbage. So
it should not be a situation that nothing supposed to catch up with no garbage. If it was being properly managed, there shouldn't be garbage all over the place. And if you notice that building there, all wrong,
full of garbage.
The garbage. So the people then just come in and they just dump the garbage there. They not carry it up for it to be sorted and separated as per normal, and then well left over they throw it in at the back of the trucks and they carry it to mile 24. I know that. This time was a situation where they just come and dump garbage, dump bag, it reverted to it being a dump all over again, all on the side. You see the amount of tires and so where they had on the side too.
Yes.
So it became a dump, and it's still a dump. Now the burn kind of thing, they're out the fire yet. I need to find out if the fire has been out. But yeah, they just dump it. They just dump garbage there.
Okay, you know, when a lot of garbage start, the garbage catch fire, it's hard for out. You know? It's hard to out. So, but you know, hear nothing else about that. In fact, in that interview I heard on the news, the person who spoke even mentioned that the problem now the transportation too, you know, and they've had some. Well, he said that it adequate equipment to transport the garbage, but he also mentioned too that they had financial constraints.
No, pay the people.
Yeah. Carla, good morning. Yeah, but you know, say they pay the people. They say have financial constraint. But
they pay the people when they transfer the garbage.
They got nice way for
financial constraints. They don't pay the people. We have financial constraints.
Yeah, we don't. No, I don't really think so. Anyway, yeah, about the garbage.
Problems, man.
I know here anything fun. So they look like the Kaya Rosaro thing. You know here nothing.
Went to the back burner.
Yes. I mean, the stakeholders them in San Pedro complaining again. It's about 2-3 weeks. Maybe they just. Maybe they had some kind of discussion with them, and they probably learned like we did that these people have all the permits. You know,
maybe.
I am still waiting. I am still waiting to hear some report coming out of the Central Building Authority, because they had issued a stop order, right? And I'm not saying, well, until they provide them with the permits, the necessary permits, they won't lift it. But apparently, everybody got quiet. Is it that that section or those persons from the Central Building Authority just found out, they were just informed that this Kaya Rosaro operation has all the permits? Why? You know, so.
Never get the truth out of the set, boy. Never get the truth out of the set. So just like the Commission of Inquiry into Portico.
That gone too?
Natural death.
Yes.
Everybody stop agitate for it again. Don't forget. We have had with our society we have short-term memory. Right now what the topical thing that the union strike and the union actions. So after that, move on to something else, and all of these things just fade into.
And the same thing. It's the same thing with the union strike. You know how long the festa. It festa. What they got meeting? The meeting after that bomb, it drop the water. Then they come back up again. Then they got meeting and go right back again. And then they got meeting again, and then they go back.
I wonder if the 8.5 salary increase or the increment that they're seeking for will cover the yearly adjustments that teachers are supposed to have. You know, every year they go through appraisals and whatever.
They get
a salary increment or whatever. So will this 8.5% that they're asking for, and this is what now they're asking for, it gone from increment to salary increase by 8.5%. I wonder if this 8.5% will cover the increment. Or they will come back later and say, you know what, we still need the increment. That is yet to be determined. Now, with the 8.5% increment that teachers are asking for, that does not leave it a money, you know.
No, sorry.
That does not leave it a money at all.
That's on iron.
When you that will be compounded by the fact that there's a $50 million gaping hole left in the budget as a result of MCC pulling out. Not that I don't think that they would have been using monies from the consolidated fund to do the work that the $50 million would have covered, but no, instead of just covering salaries, that money will have to now go into the concentrating into the easy areas that the MCC would have covered. So it's an issue. It's a big issue that needs to be addressed. And they take too long. This is what happens when they take too long for deal with people.
Yeah.
Money just add up, and it no look like they have any solutions in sight.
Because like you said, this 8.5%, a lot of iron, a big money, because they're asking the 8.5% for teachers, for public officers, and also pensioners. So that
does it say pensioners? I don't know.
Yes.
Where
it say pensioners. I saw it. Right on the aim thing, man. I saw it. It says pensioners.
I've been seeing pensioners, but I'm not certain about that.
Check it. I saw it. Where is it?
On the thing that they voted for?
I think I saw it. But I saw it. I heard it, and I saw the pensioners. It's teachers, public officers, and pensioners they were asking for. Where did I get it?
What they voted on. What they voted on was 8. Oh yes, right, and teachers and pensioners. 8.5% salary adjustment for public officers, teachers, and pensioners. So you know how much did they?
The big money.
How much the salary increase will
And that is, you see, even the pensioners amount, right? Even the pensioners, and that is why this government is now looking to go to whereby public officers contribute to their pension, because it's a heavy financial burden, you know. It's big money. As you know, if we had gotten the budget, if the budget was prepared already, right, we'd have been able to look at the budget and see what kind of money is paid to teachers, what kind of money is paid to public officers, and what kind of money is paid for pension. And then we would have been able to look at it and give a cost, a value to the demand. Carla, good morning, you're live.
Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Yes, sir. They're going to give yourself all kind of you. But we not hear nothing about that trust money where they got to with you. We get another thing.
Bye.
And Johnny, they say, within this, nothing. Take care, guys.
Yeah, and that big money, and the same thing.
3 years now.
Yeah, and while that...
March would have been 3 years.
Yes, and the money...
March, last year was 1 year, the year before was the first time at the budget.
Yeah.
At the budget presentation, that is when they had approached the Prime Minister and said, yeah, nothing.
And they did it again last year. They say,
March
oh.
here would have been the third year.
And they
But
said,
they got money for spend per gallon. For water bottle.
1,000 gallon fee. And they're supposed to go, they got class, you know, when they're a teacher for plant. And they want to give and they want to
You
give
don't
him
need
seeds.
to teach nobody for plants.
Why
Give
give
nobody
it
no
the-
seat if you get any money.
Give him money.
Make them decide whether they want to buy water bottle or whether they buy food with it.
And that's some used water bottle. And you don't want to believe that. Listen to me. Not tell me nobody donate that. They buy that, you know. They buy that. And somebody come out up to there with a project. Oh, you know, you could do this. Give water bottle. Bam, bam, bam. And then you go and they negotiate for buy water bottle. Chances are either want the trust fund, either want the people where the trustees tell you how much they pay for the water bottle. The used water bottle. Okay, no, they need a whole water bottle. Some people 1,000 water bottle for got plants. Some people not even got space to put 2 of them in there, much less 1,000 there. I tell you, boy, some of our own Belizean people take we Belizean for some bunch of jackass, you know. I tell you, like you put on blinders and they could lead you. Aye. The Prime Minister normally said, I think the Prime Minister said that the last time that there was a group of the beneficiaries who had some case and they wanted the case to be withdrawn and so they could deal with it because the government are the settler. The government really is the settler. So the government could settle it. But there's a pending case. But I mean, so long nothing happened. Because I know the other day there were a group of people who were out there. They had a demonstration. Well, the man know about the money by the trust fund, Public Service Workers Trust Fund, and they had a lot of money in there, you know. They had a lot of money.
I don't want to know how much you know.
Why? Because I was seeing somebody had sent me, I think a year or two ago, somebody had sent me one financial statement of the operation, and they had written off over $100,000 for loans or something that were given to public officers or something. And I'm saying, but how you could decide to write that off, that the trustees make that decision when the money really enough for the trustees? So can you make that decision for write off so much money that was given out in loans? Because when it happened, there was a time when the funds, they made loans available to serving public officers. Carla, good morning, you're live.
Joe, this is some very whole any kind of position within the European Union, like any, the silent?
Let me tell you something. My son is in Canada. He's studying. He's studying, right? So.
Okay. The people are just weak, but anyway. So, all right, I'm just not going to work.
Okay, buddy.
One time, that's good.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that public sector workers trust, I know they spend money after it.
Oh, yeah.
I know they even lend money to some of the unions there as well.
And I was telling you the same thing I tell you.
They write off.
They write off on over 100,000. I would hope that my good friend who sent me that about a year or two ago, and he hear me, send me a copy of it again. I could tell you the exact figure. I had it. You know, after a while, I think he erase off your phone, no? Yeah. But a public service workers just got a lot of money, and they're not like the money stop coming, you know, because it's the money is the dividend declared by BTL, and it's declared and it's placed there every year. The money is there, so the one thing that keeps growing. But they look like the trustees, those persons who work there, just to use it. And I tell you, the trustees are just like the PUPs, you know. They don't listen, they do what they want. Cause one year they say, well, you get what, $150. Then they decide to give $150. They go to there's some store. You had two stores, two supermarket where you could go and you could use it. If you buy $150 Christmas. If I'm not mistaken, I think last Christmas they did something, but then they did another program where they were allowing people want money to go get for medical expenses. And I just say, man. But the money, there's a lot of money there. There's a lot of money there for the beneficiaries. A lot of money there. And the money, because when you go to the office, saying, our office, you know, fund, so when you go to the office, nicely, condition. No, BNT. They move from a long time, and they got a place by, by BTL.
Main Avenue.
They got a place right there, some downstairs. I questioned the last time I went there, I said, who owned the building where they rent. Can you know that the thing? Next year, that for one of the trustees in the building, and then they make one income. Because if I'm not mistaken, they were at BNTU office, man. You used to share office there.
Downstairs.
But I don't know if they fall out or something went wrong, but they moved from there, they on Main Avenue. I visited that
Public
office.
sector workers trust.
Got a big sign outside. Wow. If I do, is it an orange building, I think?
I remember. What kind
I passed it the other day and I saw someone may look wrong there. And I passed it and I said, oh, there, yeah. But be one by the Prime Minister.
So when you go for your pension, so another you go for it?
No.
They'll bring you.
You go there and then they give a coupon. The time when I went there, the only time I went there, they gave me a coupon. And if I'm not...
But they never do the same thing again, just
this Christmas?
I think they will do something like that. If they never did Christmas, before Christmas, so you never got
It wasn't for pantry though. It was for medical expense. And then they tell you, somebody had asked me if I'm gone because you want end soon. You go there and get a coupon. The time I got a coupon, if I'm not mistaken, it was for the supermarket on.
How much? 150.
150. I think 150, and the Publix or Twins. Is it Twins? One of the passing in Thomas Street. You get hammer whatever you want.
So that's for Christmas.
Yeah, but this time for Christmas 2023, right?
But then they had one last year again, Tom.
They had something. Well, I don't know what.
So you never get that one then?
No, I never get that one for 2024. But I know that in 2024 there was a program because somebody had mentioned it to me.
But isn't it that when people accept those things and they go and they cash in on it and whatever, it's
yeah,
because it's acceptable.
Yeah,
people accept it.
That's why
so you can't complain about not getting anything when you
get something.
When you in fact get that 150, even though the other ones say best thing that for dissolve that thing there, give people
share people money up, man. You will forget.
Yeah, service and seniority and what have you. But no.
What? Some people live good off of the hog, Papa. Because I'm certain, I don't know, but I'm certain that the we call them, boy, they are getting some allowance. And then the trustees. I'm certain the trustees are getting some allowance for the management of the fund.
They not do it for free.
No, they not do it for free. And there are people working there. Yeah, conditioner officer, all kind of thing. You have at least.
So the administration fees you have to look into.
Yeah, cause you know that. You know that. They're not joke at all. A lot of times you get funding for projects. And when you look at how the funding is divided, right?
Administration is 90% and the project itself is 10.
Yes, man. And when you look at the project, when you look on the whole project, the project document, man, when you look on a project document, boy, how that thing written up, no that, boy, anybody very convincing, boy, we want help. Because they got only buzzwords where they use, you know. They got only buzzwords, boy, and gender neutrality, if it's something for women, you know. We mentioned it, there was a big project up in PG. Big project up in PG, if I remember good. And they got 2 huge buildings. In fact, they even got generators. We never spin it. But the project money is all exhausted, you know.
Administration. Yeah. Anyway, Joyce, 8:59, we need to take our last break. We'll do so and we'll be right back. Yeah. Sambo, last break. We'll be right back.
Get ready for fantastic discounts. From now through to September 30th, Venice is having store-wide discounts on tools, paints, appliances, plumbing and electrical products, lights and fans, household items, and much, much more. Visit a Venice store near you to enjoy fantastic discounts from now through to September 30th, only at Venice. Quality and savings.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Your island escape is waiting. Book your stay at Bananas on the Beach and enjoy exclusive local specials.
Evening, everybody. No 1, no 2, but 3 fanan, TV, and all the lights. Hey!
Small changes, like turning off lights and appliances when leaving the room, can make a big difference in your energy usage. Talk to your family about energy management today. Do a little, conserve a lot. Need help? The BEL 24/7 app has tools to get you on the right track. Download today and let's talk energy management.
Need to send payments to Belize? No long lines, no delays, no stress. With OneLink Mobile, sending payments to Belize is as easy as a tap. Convenient and secure. OneLink Mobile keeps you connected, wherever you are. Send payments to Belize with just one link. Convenient and secure payments anytime, anywhere. Download our mobile app from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. OneLink Mobile. Welcome to the future of payments.
Catus Construction aggregates and trucking, sand and gravel, premium black soil, crushed stones, washed white sand, river stones, concrete mix, and much more. Catus Construction aggregates and trucking has everything. Visit us at our new branch located at mile 5.5 George Price Highway, right across from Old Belize. You can pick up any material or get it delivered straight to your door. We deliver by the truckload, the cubic yard, and even by the sack. Call 611-6600. That's 611-6600. Catus Construction aggregates and trucking.
Looking for great deals on electronics? Then stop in at VIP Wireless at number 14 Orange Street, Belize City. We have Fire Stick, Roku, and Comcast devices starting at only $79.99. We also carry smart television sets at unbeatable prices. Looking for name brand cell phones? We have them all at incredible prices. We also have power banks, wireless speakers, headphones, and much, much more. Visit us 14 Orange Street in Belize City or call 227-1431. VIP Wireless, connecting you to the world through technology.
To transform your spaces with aromas inspired by nature. The Be Pure and Simple Air Freshener collection offers fresh, fruity, floral, and warm fragrances, including Berry Burst, Calming Vanilla, Captivating Orchid, Cotton Flower, Ocean Spray, and Water Lily. Immerse yourself in the intriguing aromas of the Be Pure and Simple Air Freshener collection.
The bank, remember the loan? Oh man, it's late.
No need. Heritage Bank have e-loans with special interest rates when you apply online. Residential mortgages, vehicle loans, and credit cards.
Yeah, but the bills, man, the bills, light, water, you know, oh man.
Harry, you to be dramatic. You too old school, man. Come on now. With Heritage Bank, all of that could be done online. Any bill you could think about, you could pay online with Heritage Bank. That way you really want to go for though?
Oh, babe, the Chapman they come today and I need to go to the ATM to get some cash.
Why?
I show no cash no in that the computer.
Go online today for quick and easy access to our application at your fingertips. You now have the convenience of applying for your loan from your desk or home. It's simply bringing banking to you. Some restrictions apply. Heritage Bank, the bank that gives you more.
Welcome back to Friday's edition of Fus Ting Da Mawnin, live from Studio 2 Wave 105.9, your most trusted name in information, education, and entertainment. Alfonso Noble, Joe Bradley. We're sitting in Studio 2, operating from the foothills of the Bell China Bridge right here in Belize City, Friday, the 2nd day of May 2025. Yep. And again, we just want to remind our listeners or viewers, Belizeans, of the play tomorrow at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. Desirous Requests, and it's the Methodist Choir, and it will be taking place at 7 at the Bliss. Get your tickets and go and have an enjoyable time. Yeah.
And for people from the Corozal Southwest constituency, you can, the United Democratic Party is going to be having its meeting, United Democratic Party meeting out there at 3 p.m. on Saturday, tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah. Cap says, please put the bank number out again and remind people to send in their contributions. It's Heritage Bank. Let me get the number again. I think you should put it against the wall.
I got it here. The number is 914-1554. I can write it here. All right, 91. I wrote it down when I was there.
Well, over the course of the coming days, I will have it put flash on the screen. I'll put it right on the screen above. We have radar there so that people can contribute, no? 91415 what?
914-1554. Heritage Bank.
That's for the United Democratic Party.
Okay.
And for the
Wave Radio.
Wave Radio.
Yeah.
9141554.
I write down for me important notice. Yeah. You know, from time to time we have to have important messages to ourselves. Well, for me. Yeah. Okay. Our numbers are 2025-360, 2025-361. So again, you have the meeting in the Corozal Southwest tomorrow at 3.
And Guardian newspaper will be out sometime today. I'll endeavor to get it done before the end of the day.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I had some delays in getting it. It's beyond my control. Try as best as you can, but the devil work against you.
And you know, the Guardian newspaper, and again I want to commend you for the Guardian newspaper, you know, because the Guardian newspaper is not only a weekly newspaper, but the Guardian every day you can get updates, things happening, you know. And I must commend you because I get them, man. It's always timely, you know. And when it's in the Guardian, you know, it's true.
Hard to make up that story, man.
Yeah.
Hard to make up that the chocolate in a half after they pay $49,000 for it. $49,000.
You know, and as we're talking about tractor, we're talking about you see how misappropriation of funds from the municipal bodies there, right? I want to ask if you look for, so we always complain about the street right as you're going through to cemetery from off of Vernon Street by the gas station. You see how bad the place bad again. Right here. And then when you get out there, you got four.
Johnson Street.
Johnson Street. When you get out there, just as you approach the Cemetery Road to take a left, man, you got some huge holes there, and those have been there for some couple months. And the entire length of the street has a lot of holes. But you see the city council come and they do only band-aid work there, and pretty soon the place gets bad again. It gets bad again. Right, so.
What else is happening, boy? I think there was a murder last night somewhere on Coney Drive, or a body was found somewhere on Coney Drive last night. But a security guard, I think, was killed on his way to work.
Yep, an eligible security guard too. Yeah, they didn't give the name. And then also there was a shooting somewhere in, where was it? Lads Bank, where at 9, I think that was. The guy was closing up the place, and two masked men approached him.
Oh yes, and the man was injured. The businessman was injured, right?
And he was able to go back in the place and shut himself in, and then he was and the two robbers ran off.
Yeah.
And he was taken to for
hospital.
medical attention.
Crime bad.
Yeah, I know that he at that point he was dead. But so we want as Belizeans to keep him, that businessman, in their prayers, no, for a speedy recovery. Right? So that's
Yes, thanks, Samu. You know, I'm going to dig up in the butt or the mess in the back there. You can't go find heads or tails back there.
You know what yourself, what you want, someone will find. You know where they boy.
We have to come in here Saturday, Sunday, Joe, and do some clean up the back.
When the radio tell me, man, I got time. I like somebody tell me I come around here too much, but I don't know. After being around here over 20 years, you know, you
what else you
it
becomes second home.
Yes, and you always would hope that everything would be running well. And so even little cleaning or so, you know.
We'll try to get the place in order.
Yeah. You know, I remember.
Too much neglect.
I remember in my good old days with working with government, we used to take one day in the month. We used to set it out for cleaning. You do just, you got cleaners will come in, but
there are things that not anybody could move because you don't know if they want it or not, and that kind of thing. And in government, you can't just get rid of things.
Yes, and then
you have to account for these things.
Yeah, you want certain things where you could readily put your hand on, and so if anybody else clean it, they move it out of your
you can't find it, no problem. Yeah.
It's like Wednesday I got an email, right, and they look on this thing, and it was from income tax. Well, not for me, but they look on it on almost a whole year of not filing. They said, and boy, I am man, I'm not too computer savvy, so whatever I do, I always have a hard copy, and I have it on a file. And boy, I said, and I tell you, God is great. And I looked at it and gone through it like this for like 12 months. And I looked at it and I said, man. I know I have it, but where it is. And so I gone in at the area where I store things and funds. So right on top of the box, serious, right on top of the box, I found the whole file.
The last file from last year, so you're not going in the box set, no?
Last year. That's from 2020, 2021.
COVID.
And everything they asked for, everything was there, everything was filed, everything was paid. So so for that cleaning and that moving a thing and so, you need for. So, but you just tell me what time and I'll come around, I'll come. I'm a part of Wave, In fact, we've been one of my middle name a Wave. Joseph Christie Wave Bradley. Yeah. I don't know if it happens to you, but so people that call you, people that say, Mr. Wave. Mr. Wave.
And they never call me Mr. Wave. They call me again, I think, but not Mr. Wave.
Boy, well, other things when I tell you somebody, say me somewhere. Yeah. But a security man was shot.
On his way to work. I think that is one of those crimes whereby those crimes of initiation, when they carry somebody wrong and they say you have to kill something.
Yeah.
And then they make them kill somebody just to say, okay,
you're part of the group.
It's bad, man. It's bad. It's really, really, really bad. Going to work, Joe.
Educable person.
Going to work, walking to
person.
work. Why?
Well,
I'm certain that it's not have nothing to do with anything. It's just one of those random crimes that people do because they just feel like it's bad.
That prove my manhood. Bam! I kill that.
Kill somebody. I kill somebody.
Yes, man. So I give me certificate now. That certifies
As a
me.
murderer.
It's sad, man. It's really sad. Fun. So I tell you, something I like to tell me, I like complain, but I tell you, it's really frightening with the amount of people who come around and they are suffer something. And the thing will hurt my heart. Is that the young people. And now, if you notice, they're not like they ask you,
The demands.
Then they demand. And like I hate when man will come up to you and say, Dads, give me this, or you're the other. Sometimes you go to the shopping and then the other bear for themselves too. Yeah, I mean,
out of your money.
Yeah, it's bad, but then fun. So when you look and you see how people they live too, boy, it's hard. I notice too, and I don't know what could be done or what will be done, but to see one lot of young people walking out there, space out.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Brother Joe and Brother Alfonso.
Hey, my brother, morning.
Good morning. No, you notice there is a pattern with this administration and these cabinet ministers and their CEOs that every time the Belizean people are upset about something that is going on or concerned or gravely concerned, for example, in the case of the hijacking situation and the security concerns regarding internal fights within Belize. Whenever anybody expresses any concern, legitimate concern, or outrage about anything, they now claim that people are overreacting.
Yes.
Notice that?
Yes.
It is becoming a theme now, because it is the same thing what it was Francis Fonseca who said that people are overreacting about the hijacking, right?
Yes.
And then they told us the same thing. It was Chris Cowie who told us that basically we are overreacting about the tariff situation with the United States, because he said it is affecting all countries that get affected. So we shouldn't concern about it, because everybody is being affected. So, like, if everybody around you is being diagnosed with cancer, you shouldn't mind that you are being diagnosed with cancer.
Everybody got
because
it.
Everybody got it now. And so he was basically telling us that we are overreacting to the situation with the tariff that is slapped on to Belize. And then with the NCC funds that we will not have again, now the 250 million, which is like 50 million per year. Remember, they said again, I don't remember which one of the ministers, but one of them who came on, and I'm not sure it was John Briseño or it was Francis Fonseca too, who said we didn't ask the MCC for that money. That was something we asked for. That's something they just give we. So, but like, big deal.
We don't miss it.
We don't miss it because we never asked for it anyway.
Yeah.
So we are overreacting to that.
But I'm sure
And
they
then
have
remember,
already programmed it, no?
of course.
I'm Delroy, I'm almost of the opinion that that money they start spending already too.
Yes. And they can't even come up with a budget already. And then we must not be concerned now that the 250 million from MCC, 50 million of which was going to be budgeted already this year, is disappearing now. We must not be concerned about that. We are overreacting about that too. And then remember, it was one of their CEOs who also told the people of San Pedro and Ambergris Key regarding the Cayo Rosario situation that they are being too sentimental.
Yeah. Sentimental, yeah.
Yeah.
But you must be
too sentimental.
But she said you must be sentimental, but you must also be what?
Vigilant.
Vigilant.
Yeah. So the people of San Pedro and Ambergris Key are being too sentimental and emotional over the Cayo Rosario situation as well. I guess they will also tell the teachers and the public officers that they are overreacting to the hefty raise which the CEOs and the cabinet secretary gave themselves.
And you remember
Alfonso?
Yes, sir.
But Delroy, you remember also, and this is how they deal with people. You remember, it was Mai who told the waterfront workers, Frank Sontel's widow. It was the guy. It was the guy out of San Pedro way name, but I can't remember his name. Andrew Perez who tell the fireman must learn to live within means when they were asking for the overtime and that kind of thing. Boy, but they can't tell. Anyway, go ahead.
So whenever they wrong the Belizean people and they squeeze the workers and deprive people of what they had already had as their means of survival, their daily bread, whenever they deprive you of that and you ballow, they say you overreact, you be too sentimental, you are being emotional, we are overreacting. So the teachers and public officers are overreacting now because the CEOs then give a hefty 15% raise. So the teachers and public officers are saying, man, give we at least 8.5% raise then. So I guess they are overreacting. No? But, so this code, boy, that's a constant theme now with them. But you know, one of the things we in the UDP have to take stock of is that everything, I don't want to make this about the UDP because it's right now about the teachers and the public officers in particular because they deserve that 8.5% raise and we must stand in solidarity with them. But as I said, I don't want to make anything about the UDP, but we told you before the general elections, Joe and Alfonso, we have been constantly telling the Belizean people, you guys have been on the radio and TV every morning, constantly telling the Belizean people, and in the Guardian newspaper, we constantly told the Belizean people what was going to happen as soon as the PUP secured their second term. Isn't that so, Alfonso?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. And I say these things not to pick up for yourself and to toot our own horn, but it is important that the membership of our party, the leadership of our party, not get discouraged because sometimes when we go into these elections and we take one beating, sometimes we wonder, we question ourselves, maybe we not say the right thing. I can remember 2003, Joe and Alfonso. I can remember 2003 when we went to the polls in 2003. It was both municipal and general election. It was a dual election. And that was the first time going to the polls that Dean Barrow was the leader of the party, right? And I can remember that first National Party Council meeting we had after that 2003 election when Dean Barrow said, if we not think that the wrong person will lead the party, I am prepared to step down. And then he went further. He said, maybe you might want to consider that maybe we are running on the wrong platform because we were running on a platform of anti-corruption. I remember a lot of corruption that happened at the time, just right now. And so Dean Barrow said, when I think maybe the people now are here about anti-corruption, maybe we need to change the platform. And the answer was resoundingly no. That is the platform we must stand on because that is what we believe in as the United Democratic Party. And immediately after that election, although the PUP had won, everybody began to understand what we were saying. All the unions revolted by 2004, even members of cabinet were revolting in their G7. And so we did not change our message, we did not change our platform, and history proved us right.
It just came to pass, no?
That's right. Sometimes it does take a little while, Sometimes it takes a little while for the message to sink in and for the POP to prove us right.
It is, Delroy, that given there is some level of ability to foresee what is going to take place because of the actions, these things, they're like, it doesn't take Nostradamus, it just takes a little bit of sense to see that the course of action that the People's United Party is taking at this point in time will have an effect down the road. So, like I say, it is just a matter of time before it comes to pass because you can see it developing in the future. And that is why you see that good gentleman Curry, why he did not want to become a minister of state and why he didn't want to be involved in this budget. He knew exactly what it is that he has to clean up. He knows exactly that there is not enough finances to cover the massive expenditures that this government has taken on. And he don't want to be involved in that.
We say it over and over again. History has a way of repeating itself. It's cliche, but there's a reason why it is cliche. There's a reason why it's a cliche, because it has been proven time and time again. It is tried and tested and proven. And one must not forget that the UDP has a long history, and we have institutional knowledge. A lot of the things we say sometimes are not because we were involved at a particular time, but that institutional knowledge has been handed down from the days of Dean Lindo and Philip Coulson and Sir Manuel Esquivel. They have been fighting the PUP. In fact, the UDP, the very formation of the UDP, when those different opposition elements amalgamated, the very formation of the PUP was because the PUP was so invincible in those days, and they felt they could have got away with everything. And so the opposition elements had to come together out of necessity, because the country was in an existential crisis, with the PUP winning election after election and having a stranglehold on power in Belize. And you know what, it was George Orwell, I think, who wrote Animal Farm. It was George Orwell, right?
Yeah.
Who said power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And so that is the situation you have, right? And so the unions, it is good to see now that the unions are beginning to move, because that is the only way we will put a leash on this crowd, because the UDP by itself cannot do it. I've always referred to the unions as they are like the last line of defense. They are like the goalkeeper, right? And so I'm happy to see that the teachers are now taking their stand. Speaking of the teachers, quickly, I know we run kind of late already, but speaking of the teachers, when I was speaking with you guys, I think it was on Wednesday, I reminded you how Hurdle jumped up in the National Assembly when the teachers were threatening that they would have taken action in January if they didn't get their increments and their allowances and so on. Remember, Cordell, who is the man who has the proper disposition to talk to the unions, and they always use him to talk to the unions and quiet them down. And I was reminding you guys how he jumped up in the National Assembly on that meeting. I think the meeting was on the 13th of December. And he bragged that, the UDP will not be able to gain any political mileage, will not be able to make any political hay out of their misfortune as the government, with the teachers threatening to take industrial action. As he said, they will get what they need and deserve and want, and that this thing will be delivered to them by the 20th of December. You remember that, Joe and Alfonso?
Very well.
The context within which he said that, I need to remind you that the context within which he said that was that the leader of the opposition at the time, Shine Barrow, had gotten up and spoken on the adjournment and expressed the concerns about what was happening with the teachers, and he registered the UDP's full support for the teachers. He went on to tell them and even give them free advice as to what they should do to ensure that what was needed is being done to deliver what the teachers deserve and need. Even suggested to them, because he was talking to the teachers, even suggested to them that you find resources to hire some new people at the Teaching Services Commission. You remember that?
Yes.
He also recommended to them to retain the services of an individual or a firm to develop software with shared access between managing authorities and the Teaching Service Commission and the Treasury to file the documents. He gave them free advice, from the United Democratic Party. So I say these things to say he's no longer the leader of the opposition. There's a new leader of the opposition. But there is need for continuity, because everything that Shine Barrow said at that time came to pass. He said it would have been a miracle if the government was able to deliver to the teachers on the 20th of December, which was going to be 6 days from the House meeting. He said it was going to be a miracle if that happened. And so he was proven right. The 20th of December came, it never happened. January came, it didn't happen. A lot of the teachers up to now still can't get their increment, Joe and Alfonso.
Some of them can't even get their pay. Some of them, their salaries were held back because their licenses expired. That's right. Just crazy, and this is just basic housekeeping,
But Delroy, as you talk about the teachers, all of this on the backdrop of the fact that prior to the election, the Minister of Education then promised that teachers would have gotten 20% increase. So if the teachers, if that PUP was honest and gave the teachers a 20% increase that they promised them, the term done, and then still they fight the increment.
Yep. And they took it out of that manifesto, and they have not put it in the new manifesto, the 2.0 Plan Belize manifesto. So they have no intention of carrying through with that, and now they are even reluctant. Now, if you listen to who was it that was on? It was who was it was talking? It was Henry Charles Usher, the Minister of Public Service. If you listen to him, what he was basically saying, talking about some comprehensive review that is needed to determine whether they can find that 8.5% for the teachers and the public officers. He went all around the mulberry bush. But the whole long and short of it, that he basically they said we can't afford that, That's basically what he was saying. That's my interpretation of what he was saying.
Yeah.
What they could have afford to give the CEOs and the CAPSEC for the hefty increase, where I think in some instances they're as high as about 20% increase. At least 15. Right?
18.
And instead instantly, no phased-in approach, instantly. But the morning is spent, but I just thought, Alfonso and Joe, one of the things we need in the UDP to always remember that not just because we lose the election means that what we were saying was not the correct thing. Because if you notice, since the general election, a lot of the areas that we were pointing out that were falling down, transport, for example, you notice the Prime Minister already make one change there? That is an acknowledgement that all that we were saying was correct. Transport and youth and sports, you say he gave youth and sports now to David Daly under Anthony Marla, and they are trying to make an impact now because they know that what we were saying before the elections, they know that what we were saying, what people like Shane Williams and so were saying about sports and about youth, that they were totally abandoning the youth and sports. They know that it was true. You understand me? So let me end again by saying, let us continue the fight. And that's why I'm happy you guys on Wave Radio have not skipped a beat, because everything that you have been saying morning after morning is true. And the Belizean people know it. Those who didn't realize it then are realizing it now. So keep on keeping on. Let there be continuity. The UDP fight has to continue, and just as we were joined by the unions and all those in civil society after 2003, in 2004 and 2005 and 2007, when the entire nation eventually went into revolt, that is exactly what will happen again. In fact, is already beginning to happen. Good morning.
Okay, my brother.
We gotta go, Joe. Remember, excellent chicken and excellent prices. Check out Martin and Michael Finnegan Market booth number 15. You got chicken for all plate, pocket, and pot size. Special effects for vehicle parts 610 2011 610 2038. We deliver countrywide. Wild dog food. If you want your dog happy, give them wild dog food. The dog want happy and you want happy. Cecil Jenkins for valuations. 631-9220. 631-9220. If you want to buy land, if you want to sell land, if you want to find your land, get in touch with Owners Belize, OWNIRS, Owners Belize, or you can call 622-9090. Mr. Telma open today and today that buy up.
Yep.
2070-340. 2070-340. And Bronx Beauty.
Bronx Beauty, that the corner Mahogany and Mopan Street, where you get your gas in your gas tank, where you take your money out of your pocket for pay for. And at Bronx, we are open 7 days a week. However, on Sundays, we don't do home deliveries. And you call 223-0709 Chong Sin Restaurant. And you place your order, they tell you when to pick up your food. About 184 Corner North Front Street and Majestic Alley. And you can pick up and enjoy delicious Chinese food. And treat your taste buds, good food, good pizza. Most pizza and pasta at the Newton Barracks. You can also enjoy that delicious homemade meat pie. And then the Sahara Grill, 3.5 miles on the Philip Boulton Highway. Delicious Lebanese food, and you can get some delicious local natural juices. And you call 203-3031 for reservation. 203-3031. Okay, and then our Bali Samba will be spinning tonight at Thursdays. And then the play at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. The Zeros Request, it starts at 7 and it's done by the Methodist Choir. Tomorrow night at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts, and then we have the meeting tomorrow for Corozal, Southwest Alfonso. It starts at 3 o'clock and it will be in San Narciso, sorry. So the UDP will be having a meeting. The leader, the opposition leader, the UDP, the Honorable Tracy Tega Pantan will be there with her team in San Narciso in the Corozal Southwest division, and the meeting starts at 3 o'clock, and all are invited. Come and be a part of this meeting. All right, the rebuilding process has begun. Yeah, well, We want to say thanks to all those persons who called us, all those persons who joined in the conversation. Thanks for having us in your offices, in your cars, in your homes, in your bedrooms, wherever you listen to us, wherever you watch us. We want to wish you all a safe and a happy weekend. And keep it locked on Wave 105.9, your most trusted name in information, education, and entertainment. Sambo!
Fighting to adjust. We came from West Africa. Wamagwarugo, Nibu Hello. Wagia Garinago. Hamagiono. Owalelu Wadamu Ridago. Hi.